Why I say that shit like I've been consistent? What's going on, y'all? I know it's been a minute. If I sound a little nasally, it's because I'm a little sick. I'm fighting off this cold. My sister came over around the weekend, and maybe I should mute that. And I think she got me sick. So, fuck you, sis. I love you, but I think you got me sick. But yeah, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to all of my old subscribers that have been with me since day one, and shout out all to my recent and new ones. As y'all can see, I'm in this like very experimental phase. I've been doing a lot more creative content, a lot of showing y'all more like my artistic side and doing less talking. I mean, I'm talking the whole video, but before I was very into like getting a word out, saying something motivational, saying something encouraging, saying something this, saying something that. And if I'm being honest, y'all, like realistically, that's not me 24/7. Don't get me wrong. I love to encourage. I love to spread positivity. I love to be real, raw, and authentic, and I love to be me. But I realize that, that's not one, it's not sustainable. Two, it wasn't a real depiction of who I am as a creative, as an artist, as a human, and as, essentially a vlogger here on YouTube. So I'm not saying I'm going to stop that, but I am saying that I'm going to stop centering my content around that, and you will see more of who I am, which is me, the creative, me, the artist, me, the designer, me, the son, the uncle, the friend. You'll just see more of me. Like you have been seeing me, but you haven't been seeing me, because I thought that that's what the people wanted. I mean, essentially that is what the people wanted. I've grown up to, 500 plus, almost 500 plus subscribers doing that. So, I'm grateful, but nevertheless, it's time for some changes, and it's time to pivot, and it's time to really step into whatever, I personally want to do. And not saying I'm not thinking about my subs or I'm not thinking about my community, but it's more so like, I think we're just in this phase in transformation where like, I don't know, when I look at content, I just feel like nothing is genuine anymore. And everybody has this team behind them, and everybody has, they're just catering. And I feel like a lot of people's spirits and creativity is dying because they want to cater to you, the crowd, and whoever you are, thinking that's what you need. But in reality, all you need is somebody to be real with y'all. And what I mean by that is like someone to just be authentically themselves, so it can help you be authentically yourself. And I think that's why so many small creators thrive a lot, and they have a real tight-knit community because they just allow themselves to be themselves. And I mean, if you're on TikTok and if you're on Instagram, well, not Instagram, but if you're on TikTok and if you're here on YouTube, you see that, a lot of the creators who are authentically themselves, they might not have millions, but their engagement is always on point. Like whatever they put out into the world gets heavily supported, and all that good stuff. But that is my rant. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. But in this video, I really wanted to talk about something that came to me yesterday. And where do I start? If you don't know me, I am Ruben, and I used to live in Massachusetts, and I moved to Michigan to do this co-op program with General Motors. And since then, I've considered myself to be in this transition phase. And one thing that has been common for me during this transition phase is the fact that, like, am I doing the right thing? Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this where I'm supposed to be at? Is this just, is this going to benefit me in any shape, way, or form? And I just question a lot. I question the present moment a lot. And as I was just kind of reflecting, kind of just thinking and just, I guess processing what has been going on. And I think this has to do with the co-op almost ending as well, and me finding out if I stay in Michigan or not. I just been reflecting. That's the point I'm trying to make. I realized that, like, even though maybe I'm not where I want to be, I'm not where I wanted to be, It doesn't look like how I wanted it to look like. Nothing I've ever pictured is this, right? But then it really hit me like, okay, although this isn't what I wanted, this is what I needed. And although this is not maybe where I exactly want to be, this is where I need to be. Right? Everything happening right now is serving a purpose. Everything that's happening right now in this present moment is benefiting me. Everything that's happening right now, even though it might not feel like it, good or bad, is teaching me something. I'm learning an experience. I'm gaining knowledge. I'm getting inspiration for the future. I'm getting motivation for the future. I'm getting a story to tell later on down the line when somebody asks me a specific question that triggers that moment in time where I was in Michigan for a year and a half to, become a sculptor, to become a designer, to become a better artist. Like everything that's happening now, right, is essentially polishing me, shaping me, forming me to present myself in a different light down the line. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I know a lot of us, we go through transitions. A lot of us, we just end up in spaces and places that we never thought we could. And it's unfamiliar to us. And we don't know if this is what it needs to happen or what it doesn't need to happen. And I do believe that, I do believe we have some form of, I guess, autonomy over how our life goes, how we experience life. But at the end of the day, once you make that decision, that's what you need to be doing. That's where you need to be at. That's what needs to happen. You made that decision, essentially. Now you have to reap the consequences of that decision. And I just want to tell y'all, man, like, don't overthink it too much, y'all. It's only 24 hours in a day. And once those 24 hours are up, you literally have a new day to make a change. And I remember fighting myself so much for the longest, like, oh, man, I got to get out of Michigan. Oh, man, all this, all that. Like, I just complaining a lot and not being grateful for what's going on. And I think that, resisting the present moment is what made the experience worse. And I feel like because of that, I missed out on a lot instead of just accepting what is happening right now and what it is, and like just being okay with what, and getting curious. That's what I meant to say. And just getting curious with what's happening. Although it's unfamiliar to me, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted to do. God said, well, this is what you need. All right. And the rest is up to you. And instead of me getting curious, I got, conflicted. I got, what's another C word that's negative? I don't know. Confused. I started commending. Like, I started, like, kind of bashing myself. I don't even know how to explain it. Hopefully y'all get what I'm trying to say. But, I was so resistant to it, man. And although I was resistant to it and I made it more difficult for myself, when I think back and reflect, even those moments were teaching moments. Even those moments were moments of clarity. Even those moments, clarity now, confusion before. Even those moments shaped me to what I am and who I am and what I'm even speaking about right now. So I say all this to say this. I'll wrap this up. If you are in a middle of a transition right now and you're having a difficult time to just embrace it, just take it all in and just, bask in the moment of what is the present time. Just know, one, it's okay to feel that, but two, just know that you're robbing yourself out of, life changing like seconds. Literally, like life can change in a blink of an eye if you allow it to be. And you're robbing yourself of really good moments and experiences and people and opportunities because you're so focused on what you don't want and not really just taking, what you need. And, a lot of us might be in fucked up situations and we're like, we don't need this, we don't need that. But you don't know that until you get through that moment. You don't know that until you experience it fully, presently. And maybe it's lasting that long, right? Maybe you're not getting what you want at the moment because you're just so resistant to what you need right now, So take a step back, chill for a second. Give yourself a month to just just to be presently there with yourself, with everything, your surroundings, your four walls, your job that you probably hate, the people you don't probably like. Just be present. Don't take anything personal. Don't take anything within, and just observe, man. Just observe. Just look. Just look. Get curious. Ask questions. Journal about it. Pray to God about it, and just do it over and over again, daily. And hopefully, that does something. I felt really called to express this because I just wish I had somebody to kind of like, have this banter with back and forth. Well, this is not very much a back and forth banter, but this is just me speaking and just, I guess, sharing. But hopefully y'all found this useful, and I think I'm probably gonna expand on this a little more. I'm gonna maybe make another video as I keep processing this, but this was quickly done. I needed to get it off my chest, and yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and drop some comments in the comment section, y'all. Peace.